Before we proceed, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time we drop a video, which is either going to be Monday or Friday, of course. All right, and hit us up with that super like. All right, we greatly appreciate it. And check out these mixed nuts friends. All right, guys, these guys are super fantastic. They're available on all platforms. Check them out. You can check us out on Instagram. That's that mixed nuts 3000, of course. That mixed nuts 3000. Run it.
The internet, a realm of limitless connection, boundless information, and apparently endless ways to be awful to each other. We've all seen the dark underbelly of the digital age, the trolling, the cyberbullying, the relentless pile-ons. Enter the strange case of Rhiannon Evans, found guilty of cyber farting. This landmark UK decision raises questions about online harassment and legal boundaries. The case has sparked a debate about the limits of free speech online. In December 2024, Rhiannon Evans, a 25-year-old woman from the UK, found herself at the center of a legal storm, accused of a crime that had never been prosecuted before: cyber farting. The target of her alleged digital flatulence? Deborah Pritherek, a woman with whom Evans had a pre-existing personal conflict. Over the course of several days, Evans sent Pritherek a series of videos depicting acts of flatulence. 7 videos in total, including on Christmas and New Year's Day, arrived on Pritherek's phone, each one a digital blast of supposed humor from Evans. What Evans intended as a juvenile prank, however, was not received as such by Pritherek. The recipient of these unwanted digital deliveries was, to put it mildly, not amused. Pritherek reported the incidents to the police, alleging that Evans's actions had caused her significant anxiety and distress. What started as a seemingly innocuous exchange of videos quickly escalated into a legal battle, with Evans facing charges of harassment. The case against Rhiannon Evans was heard in a UK court, where she faced charges of harassment related to the cyber farting incident. The prosecution argued that Evans's actions were intentionally malicious and designed to cause distress to Pritherek. They pointed to the repeated nature of the videos and the fact that Evans sent them on significant holidays as evidence of her intent to harass. Evans, for her part, admitted to sending the videos but claimed that she had not intended to cause any harm. Her defense team argued that the incident was the result of pre-existing tensions between Evans's partner and Pritherek, stemming from a dispute over child contact. They painted a picture of a woman caught in a difficult personal situation who had made a foolish mistake while under the influence of alcohol. The court, however, was not swayed by these arguments. After hearing testimony from both sides, the judge ultimately found Evans guilty of harassment, delivering a landmark verdict in the process. This marked the first ever conviction for cyber farting, setting a precedent for future cases involving similar forms of online harassment. Section 4. Deborah Pritherek, a victim of digital harassment. While the cyber farting case may have been met with amusement and disbelief by some for Deborah Pritherek, the incident was far from a laughing matter. In her victim impact statement, Pritherek described the anxiety and distress she had suffered as a result of Evans's actions. She spoke of feeling violated and unsafe in her own home, haunted by the knowledge that Evans could continue to harass her from afar. Pritherek's experience highlights a crucial aspect of online harassment that is often overlooked: the impact on the victim. What may seem like a harmless prank to one person can have a devastating impact on the mental and emotional well-being of another. The internet has given us unprecedented access to each other, but it has also created new avenues for harassment and abuse, blurring the lines between the real and the virtual. Pritherek's case is a reminder that online harassment is not a victimless crime. Words and images, even those intended as jokes, can have a profound impact on the recipient, particularly when delivered repeatedly and with the intent to cause harm. The emotional toll of online harassment can be significant, leading to anxiety, depression, and even post-traumatic stress disorder in some cases. Section 5. The defense. A matter of context and intoxication. Throughout the trial, Rhiannon Evans's defense team maintained that their client's actions, while undoubtedly ill-advised, were not intended to cause the level of distress experienced by Deborah Pritherek. They argued that the cyber farting incident needed to be understood within the context of a larger, pre-existing conflict between Evans' partner and Pritherek over child contact arrangements. This ongoing dispute, they claimed, had created a climate of tension and animosity between the parties involved, leading to a series of unfortunate misunderstandings and miscommunications. Furthermore, the defense emphasized Evans's state of intoxication at the time the videos were sent, suggesting that her judgment was impaired and that she did not fully comprehend the potential consequences of her actions. They presented Evans as a remorseful individual who had made a foolish mistake while under the influence of alcohol and who deeply regretted the distress caused to Pritherek. The defense argued that the case was not about malicious intent, but rather a misjudgment fueled by alcohol and exacerbated by a complex personal history between the parties involved. They implored the court to consider the broader context of the situation and Evans's lack of prior criminal history when deciding on an appropriate sentence. Section 6. The prosecution, malice in the air. In stark contrast to the defense's portrayal of a remorseful woman who had made a drunken error in judgment, the prosecution painted a picture of Rhiannon Evans as a calculated individual who had set out to deliberately harass and distress Deborah Pritherek. They argued that the cyber farting incident was not an isolated event, but rather part of a pattern of behavior designed to intimidate and upset the victim. The prosecution pointed to the fact that Evans had sent multiple videos over a period of several days, including on significant holidays such as Christmas and New Year's Day. This, they argued, demonstrated a clear intent to maximize the distress caused to Pritherek. The timing of the videos, they claimed, was no coincidence but rather a deliberate act of cruelty intended to ruin Pritherek's holidays and cause her further emotional pain. Furthermore, the prosecution highlighted the content of the videos themselves, arguing that the very nature of the material was inherently offensive and designed to elicit a negative reaction from Pritherek. They dismissed the defense's claims of intoxication, arguing that Evans's actions were deliberate and malicious, and that she should be held fully accountable for the distress caused. Section 7. A society grappling with digital decency. The Rhiannon Evans case, the first conviction for cyber farting, highlights the evolving nature of online harassment and digital decency. The internet has become a breeding ground for harassment, bullying, and abuse. Anonymity emboldens behavior that wouldn't occur face-to-face. The Evans case is a reminder that the internet is not lawless. Common decency rules apply online with real-world consequences.
Alright, Mixed Notice, that is it for me today. I'm going to make like a baby and head out. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixednuts. We got new videos coming every Monday or Friday, of course. You can check us out on Instagram. That's that Mixed Nuts 3000. And until next time,